Kia ora, guys. We did the Kiwi here. And tonight we're continuing our dive into the new patch content. We are jumping into we're going to be checking out the new variant dungeons. Now I still haven't quite done everything with like the other one, the previous one. I might have to do a stream at some point, just during variant dungeons stuff maybe. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, so but we've got new one and it's new content. I was thinking of doing the blue mage, but I think I want to level my blue mage up a bit, and so I can do a bunch of like the job quests in a row on stream, rather than just start it and then have to like stop. You know. So tonight we're gonna be looking into the variant dungeons, which I think it's that down there. I think it's this quest. Mononko aware. Fellow Moon wishes a word with her favorite well-traveled adventurer. Your timing is impeccable, Teru. How did you manage to do that? An intriguing job has been laid at our feet. The client insists you be the one to take it up. The client? Well, none other than the East Aldenard Trading Company. The mistress was dispatched from Kugani branch rather than Lord Lorarito's offices, but it nevertheless carries the piquant scent of moneyed interests. Care to give it a read? Dear Teru, missive from Hancock. In the self-same spirit of friendship which has defined our very interaction to date, it is my pleasure to extend to you a humble invitation. It is because of your endearing efforts to save the star that we may benefit from this rarest of opportunities. For it was in service to your noble quest to build the good ship Ragnarok that I was able to forge a fruitful bond between myself and another Hingashi's elites. This lord has seen fit to grant me and a guest of my choosing leave to go where few Indian have tread beyond the bounds of Kugane, the sacred slopes of Mount Rockon itself. I cannot overstate the significance of this gesture, nor the allure of sights heretofore unseen by Western eyes. Nor is it an exaggeration to say that no one is more deserving of this boon than your magnanimous self. I eagerly await our reunion at the gates of Cairo Inn. Ever your faithful servant, Hancock Fitzgerald. Seems there's a holy mountain in Hingashi that needs climbing. There's flattery and then there's this. Laid it on a bit thick, did he? I'd expect no less of a consummate merchant. Not too proud to debase himself when sufficient profits at stake. Still, there may be a crumb of sincerity beneath this lathering of honeyed words. And if not, you still stand to benefit from playing along. You'll be heading to Kigani then, I take it? Absolutely. Perfect. I'll send word that you're on your way. Far fortune and safe travels. You best come back with plenty of stories to tell, you hear? Can I see the rewards yet? Because I know the original thing didn't have much rewards. Yeah, so there's... Oh. This is the noir. Blacks and stuff. There's that, which I already got. And for appreciation. Wait. Framers kit. Ooh, the throne that I never did get. Just a mount. Orchestration. I think that's on the higher level stuff. Yeah. So we can't see it yet. Unbender. This is all the previous armor. Alright. Ukugane! Ethernet. Bum 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 bum. Oh. Ah, my dear Teru. Who would have thought that the spinner would see us reunited so soon? You'll be pleased to hear that no other charlatans have attempted to masquerade as Tenzin's progeny in the interim. As you can see, preparations for our journey are well underway. Partial though I am to the traditional Hingan kimono, if we are to climb a mountain, it would be prudent to do so in comfort as well as style. For I presume you would rather discuss matters of greater import than my attire. Fear not. My capable associates are ready and eager to brief you on the challenge ahead. We have reserved the finest chambers of the inn for the occasion, so let us reconvene away from all the hustle and bustle, shall we? Dun 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 dun. Master Hancock, Mistress Teru, we are most grateful for you, for your aid in this matter. I am Sabaki, and my Omoji companion is called Tokimori. We came to Kugani on behalf of Lord Uzumibi, who presides over Mount Rockon and the surrounding lands. His lordship is the one I mentioned in my missive. Hearing of my interest in Far Eastern treasures, he knew at once that I would find the lure of the sacred peak irresistible. Ah, but I forget that you are not familiar with these lands, as I. Let us begin with the basics, and expound upon the finer points as we go. So, to orient our destination in your mind's eye, we must first review Hingashi's geography. Of the many islands which comprise this nation, it is here on the western coast of Shizu where Kugani serves as our shiny beacon of commerce. Mount Rocco, meanwhile, can be found far from our beloved city of trade. Here, in the northeastern corner of the isle, upon the slopes of the sacred mountains, sits Sojo Temple, a monastery where monks gather to train their bodies and souls. Alas, in defiance of this holy purpose, a horde of otherworldly demons have claimed the temple as their own. His lordship suspects that a collective of accursed treasures is to blame for this infestation. In the far east, you see, it is believed that well-preserved objects may come to possess living souls after a time. These vessels turned kami are known as Tsukimogami. A Tsukimogami in turn may attract or even beget other spirits. This Mononoke clearly have no regard for the sanctity of the mount, and so Lord Uzumigi desires a swift resolution. Compassionate soul that I am, I could not bear to stand idly by, but as men of wealth and influence space altruism as beneath us both, so I offered to aid his lordship in a matter of befitting our stations by brokering a mutually beneficial arrangement. Simply put, should I find a way to rid the mountain of Mononoke, I may lay claim to any accursed treasures that I find. One man's trash is another man's takaramono. That's Hingen for treasure, by the by. And here, my friend, is where you come in. During our jaunts to the mountain, you will serve as my bodyguard and slay any monstrous Mononoke we encounter. In exchange, you shall become one of the blessed few to bear witness to the wonders and terrors of Mount Rockon. A fair deal, yes? Always want to explore more of Hingashi. Collecting accursed treasures sounds like dangerous pastime. I always wanted to. That's our warrior of light. I knew you wouldn't disappoint. Now that the matter of Teru's participation is settled, might I inquire as to the current owner of these items, Mistress Tsubaki? The treasures were brought into the temple at the behest of Gorai, the head monk. Though his disciples doubt not that his intentions were pure, his actions have brought them great misfortune. Like you, Master Hancock, Gorai was an avid collector of antiques and claimed that the Tsukugami who dwelled within them ought to be worshipped. Driven by this fervent belief, he purchased all manner of items he deemed worthy of veneration. But as his collection grew, so too did certain troubling phenomena. An unholy shadow began to loom over the sacred mountain, and under this wicked veil were the Monoko emboldened to break their fetters. Fearing for their lives, the monks had no choice but to flee their home defiled by demons. We could not allow the scourge to spread further, and sent our strongest warriors to slay the fiends, but few returned. Knowing that victory could not be attained by our forces alone, my lord bade us employ magics to contain the threat. Tomoki Mori is one of the valiant few who returned from the temple. It is thanks to his vigilant reports that we know aught of Mount Rokon's present state. Our orders were to find Gorai and convince him to part ways with his treasures, but our pleas fell on deaf ears. He was like unto an animal. I suspect any semblance of reason has left him. Though the seal we placed upon the mountain endures, the Mononoke have had ample time to corrupt the souls of those who could not make good their escape. Should you encounter any survivors, do not show them a modicum of mercy. It is too late. We have prepared our strongest falcons. Their keeper shall await you by the Bokaisen hot springs, and will summon the birds once your preparations are complete. I don't like the idea. Beyond hope, but oh well. A word of caution. The falcons fear the Mononoke and refuse to fly close to the temple. They shall bring you to the foot of the mountain, but no further. Beyond that point, you will have to climb. Okay. Reset that. Many thanks, my friends. Now then, if we are to depart soon, I think it best we feast to our heart's content. One cannot slay demons on an empty stomach. Bum 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 bum. Dun, 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 dun. My thanks again for your assistance, Miss Teru. Master Hancock had some business matters to attend before your expedition. Once you are ready, I shall summon him. I feel compelled to warn you, even in times of peace, the climb up Mount Rokon is not for the faint of heart. I suggest you procure sufficient provisions, if you have not yet done so, and ensure your equipment is working order. Tomoki Mori's disciples have been tasked with maintaining the mountain wards. They will open the way for you upon your arrival. Speak with our falconer when you wish to depart. Though I must remain here, I shall be praying for your success. Alright. Yeah, I think we just go with this. Able buddy matching, yeah, sure. Registered duty. Criterion dungeons, I just have that. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, see, I've only got a couple of the entries. Alright. Yeah, they changed their outfit as they came in. Oh wait. Yeah, no wait, that's tank. Wait, they changed. Okay, I thought they were a healer. I swear they were a healer as they were walking in. I guess they swapped. Can be anything. See about it. We don't need a healer. Ooh. Weather changing. No, my climbing attire is soaked. I'm digging the Japanese flute music. Got the weather, won't change it. Oh! Nin. Hello, ninja. Here's Akura, the fleeting. doing a bunch of jutsus. That's when. So I'm guessing that probably is a pushback of some sort, or not. Oh my god. I had no idea what I was doing. Fellow ninja, I should know what they're doing. Like, why can't my butchers be all Sakura-like? Lightning, water, wind, fire, fire and water. I don't know what that means. Okay, so that's okay. Okay, it's the different types of AoEs, I guess. Hey, I want that. The auspice of two auspices, as it were. Curious. The glass serves as a magical doorknob of sorts. Oh, Tengu. I'm really digging the music. Personal spoils. More President Obi. Whoa. Some sort of boss fight. Oh. Oh. That juice come alive. Samurai. Oko the Restless. Oh. Okay, I read that wrong. I read that so wrong. But it's fine. Oh my god, I was focusing on my health. Wasn't paying attention. Alright. So they're doing something. So I think we just want to be on here. Oh my god. Okay, so some are slower than others. That's easy enough. So we want to be over here. Oh, this isn't too bad. Oh no. Oh, I see the direction now. Just based on the arrow. Oh god. That threw me. I still don't get it actually. I thought I figured it out, but I don't get it. Oh god. Oh my god. Oh, I see. I see the arrow now. So there's the arrow. So it's like that. I think. Okay, so he's doing something. Oh no! No, tank! No! Yeah, so it should be here because of the arrow. And then it's gonna be over here. I figured it out. I understand it. GG. Let's give it. Tank. Hey. Let's use this. Yay. Take note of the most unspirited armor. Got to say, Hancock. Perhaps the soul of a warrior who once wore it lingered, awaiting his chance to take to the battlefield once more. Perhaps his sword was a treasure with life of its own. The vexing conundrum. What to bring back to Kagane, that is. Play accommodation. Yay! Mrs. Teru, full glad am I to see you hale and whole. I espied Master Hancock's falcon in the distance, but its movements appeared awfully erratic. We can but hope they land safely. Oh! I guess he just took back the sword. Terribly sorry to have kept you all waiting. Our souvenir was a tad more cumbersome than I realized. But as you can see, we are none the worse for my misjudgment. Indeed you are not, Master Hancock. My lord will be pleased to hear of your return and your success, I presume? Which was Teru's victory as much as my own. But then, I knew a few demons would be no match for a slayer of gods such as she. Honestly, for all its perils, I found the journey quite invigorating. And the Pagoda's architecture was nothing short of divine. A masterpiece wrought from timber of the ancient forest, within which it stands, a treasure unto itself. Redanian works may possess a similar charm, but even an Uldar such as myself could see that it was in a class of its own. In any case, the people of Izu can rest easy knowing a great Mononoke has been consigned to oblivion. But we, my friend, have miles to go before we sleep. There were several paths we eschewed, were there not? The mind races to imagine what other delights we might yet behold. Indeed, a number of treasures remain unaccounted for. The demons like to linger until their masters are slain. Precisely. But take heart, Mistress Tsubaki, for Teru shall not rest until these villains trouble the small folk no longer. She shall sally forth again and again until the treasures which drew them thither have been secured and my new collection is complete. Alas, time waits for no man, and business for no merchant. I must away, but when next you wish to make Mount Rockon by storm, you need only say the word. Before you do, however, you might consider sharing the tale of our exploits with Mistress Shallowmore. The missive I received indicated a rather strong preference in that regard. Dun, 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 dun. Speak with Bucky. Alright, back to Charlian. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, 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 bum. I was wondering when you'd be back. How was your adventure in the Far East? Everything go well with Hancock? I doubt I'd fare well against demons, but I do like the sound of that mountain green. As far as the eye can see, ripe for the gleaning. Would that I had an assignment like that. Bah, no need to bemoan my lot in your presence. No, my lot. I suspect Osmond's been awaiting your return, more eagerly than I. Go on, tell him your tales of the mountain. I guarantee he'll love every word of it. Complete. Dun, 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 dun. Alright. Teru, how fare your adventures? You wouldn't happen to have any you'd like to share, would you? Mount Rockon? The name rings familiar. It is home to a place known as Sojo Temple, is it not? So the rumors were true. A few of my fellow gleaners have mentioned it before. Unfortunately, such mentions tend to be paired with a copious helping of complaints. In the past, the guildship would often assign gleaners to Kugane, that we might locate and collect valuable Far Eastern antiques. Yet our every attempt to purchase these items ended in failure, for an unknown buyer outbid us at every turn. Baffled by the buyer's seemingly bottomless coin purse, the gleaners conducted an investigation of their own, and eventually discovered their rival's identity, Sojo's Temple's head monk. To my knowledge, Shallowmore has not had the displeasure of bidding against the man. Perhaps that is best. Your missive was from the East Arden Trading Company, yes? Were you privy to some manner of dealings with the head monk? Bum, bum. Do you think such a fate could befall the temple? I am passing for familiar with the concept of Tsukogami, but had not realized that the myths surrounding them would bleed into reality. Having been a place of worship for much of its history, the mountain and its surrounding environs were likely rich in aether. And if such is the case, those so-called accursed treasures were not unlike kindling to a burgeoning flame. A shame indeed that the whole mountain had to suffer for one man's avarice. But this tragic tale must be told in writing. I can almost picture it. The lush greenery, the silence of the mountain married by the unholy sight of demons. Yes, it's all coming together. Now, if memory serves, Tsukogami manifest themselves with a singular purpose in mind, yet as long as their long-awaited goals slowly come to fruition, their power begins to wane. Not ideal for stirring hearts and raising the literary stakes, if I'm to be honest. But what if, like the great orifices, their power grew over the centuries? Why, they would become more fearsome than one could imagine, more terrifying than the horrors you have faced. A conflict that grand would be most splendid thread for a tale I plan to weave. Yay! Criterion Dungeon. Accessible. Hey, we can take a look at what we can get for this. Oh. Save outfit. Monk robes. Rose-colored spectacles. So, oh, there's modern aesthetics. But there's ballroom etiquette. That's the more important one. So I need 6 more. So I need to do it probably at least twice more. Issue coin. Another mount. So it looks to be much the same in terms of rewards. That's a bit of a shame. They really should have something better than just a mount. Make it more worth doing. Only mount collectors are really interested in it. But yeah, we've done it. That's the Criterion. What else is there in this patch? Take a look. There's the Blue Mage stuff, but I want to level up Blue Mage a bit before I really start that. Hildebrand, we did that last night. Oh yeah, there's new Splendorous tools. Alright, yeah, let's do the Splendorous tools. Wait, what? There we go. Cool. Take this title as well. Save. Oh. All right, let's go. What do we do on first? I think maybe Weaver. Oh, yeah. Repair person. There's a repair person at the Crystarium. I think let's just do Weaver first. That'll probably be the best. I've since gotten the tool on all my crafters, and I just have the fishing one left to do from the previous steps, which I'm saving for last. I need to improve my gear, and I haven't started upgrading the main gear yet. Well, this is the offhand, and that is all what I want. But I want to upgrade my. I'm in the process of upgrading my gathering gear, which I want that all done before I start the fishing one, just to make it as easy as possible. But yeah, let's do the next step in the Splendorous tools. A sight for sore eyes as ever, Teru. Splendorous tools treating you well, I hope. Ye might be pleased to know that our work's paying off, and lining Mistress Moen's coffers besides. With the schematics of the tools finalized, we forged a fresh batch for the boutique. And I'm told our first shipment sold like hot coffee biscuits or something. Really, Master Geralt? Why, that's wonderful news. I put my heart into every strike of the anvil, of course. But I was rather worried that the quality of my work might suffer when we began mass productions. You heard the man. Coffee biscuits. Hot coffee biscuits. Your encouragement is much appreciated, Teru. I really must take more pride in my work, and so should you, considering how much you have contributed to this endeavor. Your tools are masterworks in their own right, Miss Zoe. It is only natural that they are lauded as such. Our patrons have naught but praise for what you have worked. Word of the tool's adaptive nature is spread throughout Ilmore like wildfire, and connoisseurs from all over Novadant are lining up in droves to inquire about our next shipment. In fact, Mistress Moen has requested your presence in Ilmore to discuss further business opportunities, which seems she has a mind to introduce you to one of our most influential patrons. Wicked White, never in my wildest dreams did I think I'd be invited to Ilmore of all places. It's an honor, really it is, but are you quite sure she wants me there? Mistress Moen's a sharp one, lass. Long as I've known her, she hasn't once steered me wrong. If she means for us to take part in the next step of her grand designs, I reckon we oblige her. Obliging her is perfectly fine, but the thought of it still makes me as twitchy as a Maud's tail. If we're really going, I'd feel a little less out of place if our friend, the Warrior of Darkness, accompanied us. What do you say, Teru? Sure, I'll go to the more. I mean, there are lots. Let me guess, you're after one of the boutique's Splendorous tools. Ah, you and everyone else in Novodant. Every skilled artisan with their salt has been clamoring for a tool that draws out their full potential, myself included. It's good to see you, my friends, but your expressions, I take it the throng of artisans hungry for your handiwork made for a warm enough welcome. As you can see, with no shortage of patrons hoping to savor the fruits of your labor, you could resist the allure of tools crafted with the Warrior of Darkness's collaboration. And there are fewer still who would gainsay their efficiency. Our patrons were especially captivated by the adaptive properties you've incorporated, and I have no doubt that your work shall remain a staple of the boutique for quite some time. As ever, we must consider what this success means for the future of trade in Novodant, and how these tools might revitalize our markets. To that end, I should like you to meet one of our patrons, if you would follow me to the outer deck. Boom, 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 boom. Dun, 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 dun. Ooh. Look out, Mistress Moen. Bear to throw you bastard. He's gonna be the patron. You didn't think a move I learned in one of them bloody odd dreams would come in handy. But if it means keeping the three of ye safe and sound, that's all that what matters. Hugh. Now that I think of it, something seems off about the way this little bugger charged at us. Maybe I can fix it up. Fix up some of the faulty mechanisms. Ding, ding, ding. Ding, ding. And done. With a few minor improvements to its movement capabilities, this little green wonder could fly just about anywhere. Who needs rusty old wheels weighing you down, eh? My humblest apologies. That poor creature sat dormant in the dwarf's stores for quite some time before I welcomed it into my collection. Precious as they may be, some antiques are simply bound to have more dust and rust than others. But I must say, the rumors not do your work justice, Master Geralt. Had I not known any better, I might assume this iron frog was one of the dwarf's newest models. Ah, I wonder who she could be. I suppose this is as opportune a time as ever for introductions. It is my honor to present to you Kiwi Trao, collector of curious and friend to the boutique. Her generous assistance has allowed us to procure the countless components required for our traverse. The honor's all mine, really. This city may be known for its pomp and circumstance, but you need to place me on a pedestal. At the end of the day, we Ilmorans are sinners one and all. You see, during Lord Volthry's reign, I went to great lengths to obtain oddities of all sorts, reveling in relics from a realm that once was. The bulbs of the bubbles of the old world and their histories would have been mine and mine alone, or so I selfishly believed. But our city is on the cusp of great change, and I feel I must change with it. That my contributions might shape the future of Novedant is a most heartening prospect. I am more than happy to play my part for the boutique. My prized possessions have become the beating heart of this endeavor, and I could not have dreamed for a greater purpose for them. They are the proverbial flames that will fuel your forges the days to come. That is to say, you do plan on honing those adaptive tools further, yes? If you wish to reach even loftier heights, I would be pleased to offer you the most priceless treasures I own. I assure you, there is plenty to spare. Yes, madam. That would be wonderful, madam. I swear to put forth every effort and craft something worthy of your priceless treasures, madam. Let us make it official then. As chairwoman of the Boutique of Splendorous, I hereby declare our newest venture underway. We shall forge superior tools to deliver us unto new frontiers and serve as a beacon of hope for our builders and providers. I can see it now, a brave new age of tradesmen and tradeswomen, inspired by the trailblazing Mistal artisan who wrought her cherished dreams to life with her companions. In order to bring this useful aspiration to the fore, however, I suppose a new name for this generation of tools, one that calls to mind the trailblazing Mistal herself, after her kindly offer to name our initial batch of tools for the boutique. It is only fair that I return the favor. A splendid idea, dear Merwin. I could not have said it better myself. I read that and I don't quite understand. I think they're naming it after her. I beg your pardon? I very much appreciate the sentiment, but me? Aye, you. If you're as keen to improve this next batch of tools as ye say, and I know you'll do a damn fine job of it, then you've earned the right to brand them as your own. Your enthusiasm is most encouraging, Miss Zoe, but you needn't fret. We have plenty of time before we must finalize such things. As our main matter of business is concluded, I recommend you bask in Elmore's glorious sights before you depart. Perhaps it might serve as inspiration. Panic. The panic. As for you, Teru, would you attend me a moment? There's another matter of business I wish to discuss at the reception counter. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. I think I know why it broke originally. I was eating, I almost choked when she sat on it. Our dear Renault is quite chivalrous, is he not? Standing steadfast in the face of amphibious disaster. There's an image I shan't soon forget. But I did not request your presence simply to swoon, you understand. Your attendance at our dealings today was most appreciated. I realized the proposal to rebrand our tools was a shock to Miss Zoe, but I felt it necessary for her growth. Her ideals are a boon to us all, and she must learn to take pride in great success she has forged with you and Renault. To feel like these works are truly hers. Knowing Renault as I do, I am certain he will be eager to lend his aid. But what of you? Ours is not easy work, but will you join us and lend your support to Zoe once more? Yep. Excellent. With my deepest gratitude, Teru. Fostering connections and collaborations to build a better Novedant is the true mission of the boutique after all. And we would be honored to have your assistance. If I'm not mistaken, General and Miss Zoe have already departed for the Crystariums. Send them my regards, won't you? Alright. Dun, 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 dun. I can't remember the last time I set foot in Ilmore. Couldn't have been asked to visit the place when I lived a stone's throw away. Then again, it was a right pain to come and go anywhere from me underwater sanctuary. But enough of me mindless blabbling. How did you find the trip, Miss Zoe? Feeling refreshed after some time away from me? I think I might be the opposite of refreshed actually. I was so shaken up by the whole experience, I could hardly enjoy it at all. It was very kind of Mistress Moen to suggest naming our next tools after me, and I don't mean to sound ungrateful, but I haven't the skills to become the beacon of hope she thinks I am. What in the world am I to do, Master General? Easy now, lass. The first thing you'll want to do is take a deep breath and some time to calm yourself. Whether you think so or not, you do have the skills. And no matter which way you feel like taking this on, we'll be right there with you. That being said, Teru, we're counting on your support. Together we'll forge up something as'll make the whole bloody realm want to take up the trade. We now purchase like 2 replicas. Alright, third enhancement. Please take note upon being a test. Quest a tool of her own will receive an upgrade exploring this tool for your current weaver. Yep. What's the improvements? Little jump in improvements. Same effect. Nice, nice, nice. Nice, nice, nice. With a monumental task ahead of us, Teru. If this tool is truly to be named after me, then I must be sure to put my whole heart and more into its creation. When I originally suggested naming the tools after the boutique, I did so to commemorate Mistress Moen's relationship with Master General. But to think she would turn my proposal around on me like this. Eh? What's all this about me and Mistress Moen? Oh, nothing of import, really. It's just that you both have a very diligent working relationship. Yes, that, so diligent, in fact, that I should really learn from your example and give my utmost effort for these next steps of the project. Have you been taking those deep breaths I asked you to, lass? If you keep on panicking like a dwarf what's lost their beard, your nerves will prevent you from showing your true colors on the forge. You need to relax first, then hammer away. And remember, your tools have already met with critical acclaim from the boutique. They've sent ye a pile of orders the size of Mount Gulag, eh? But few smithies get an opportunity more golden than that. Now's the time for action, and with the mean as our witness, we'll shape your tools into something special. Not to mention, we've got support Mistress Quishy Tarao this time, and who knows what sorts of rarities she'll be providing. With components that remarkable, we've got the potential to craft something the world ain't never seen before. You're absolutely right, Master Geralt. I'll do my very best not to let you down, of course. But will we really be able to forge tools with items that rare? I promised Mistress Quishatral I would, but I'm beginning to have my doubts. Aye, it's possible, but when you're working with new materials, you need to keep a sharp eye on them. Not only should you incorporate familiar components to keep your plans from going awry, but you'll also want to observe how these new items alter the forging process as a whole. Once you learn how to utilize them to your advantage and shape them into something that satisfies you, the tools will naturally take on features and flourishes that make them uniquely yours. Now, I may have helped you sort things out for our first tools, but this time, I want you to craft them all by yourself, from concept to creation, so to speak. No project comes without its challenges, but I know you'll design something what you'll be proud to call your own. You really are the best team I could ask for. I suppose all that's left to do is to get to work. Now let's see. For this project we'll need a healthy supply of customized Weaver components. The boutique can supply those, of course, but they'll need something equally valuable for their trouble. In this case, a shipment of connoisseurs' linen power souls, careful to be crafted by our one and only warrior of darkness. If I may, I have been entrusted with a letter of our Mistress Questo trial regarding our trade goods. If perhaps you wish to prove your promise as a provider, I shall share the secrets of several bounties forgotten by time. From them you may gather to your heart's content. Anything you obtain from these areas may be aesthetically reduced into the components you require for your tools. Doing so may allow you to obtain what you seek faster than I can provide, in fact. Of course, it is perfectly acceptable to exchange the components as normal, so you are welcome to gather your supplies however you wish. I look forward to hearing your tales of success. Wait, so I can aether reduction? I'm heartened to know Mistress Quosho has placed so much of her trust in your endeavors. It is, as justice should say, to collect the components required for a gathering tool. You may utilize aether reduction to obtain the same materials offered by the boutique. Okay, so it's for the gathering. That covers the main task, I should think. Everything else is just the same as before. Remember to use your tool during the process, and our stores will be full of components in no time. You can deliver your wares straight to Banana, and she'll provide us the components we seek from her usual stock. Any questions? Please direct them to Master Gerald, since I'll be especially busy this time. I know very well how much I'm asking of you, but there's no rush. Once you've got exactly what we need, bring it to me along with your tool and we'll forge up something extraordinary. Okay. Your crafting history tools, open the crafting log, follow the first. Please note that so crafting can be pressure with scripts, and that you must have making file tool. The upgrade should be placed in inventory or not equipped. So I need a replacement Weaver tool. Oh, I have the Dragon Sun needle. Good. The other ones will be problematic. All right. Crafting method. Oh boy. We need a bunch of materials. Connoisseur's jacket. Oh wait, we need 90? Means we need 30 of select waterproof cloth to just do the first one. Okay, this is gonna take longer than the other one. And it's still, I don't have any scripts. Oh no! Oh no! I'm not gonna be able to do this all today. Unless I do some serious grinding. I don't really think I have time to actually do a lot of grinding with this. So if this is 30, and the next step will probably be maybe 120. Because it increased by 30 last time. And if so, then 120 would require 40. So I need 70. 70 times 60. That's that's 4,200 grips. The double cap. Oh boy. Okay. Yeah. I can potentially do the first step, but then I also need all like the other materials. That's gonna take a while. So I don't think I don't think I'll do it on stream just now. I think I might call it there for tonight. Do a bunch of this grinding off stream. Or maybe do a big grind stream on Saturday for Splendorous tools. And do what I can off stream here and there. I've also with all this other stuff, there's a new event that just starts on New Year, so I want to play some of that on stream, which I'll probably be doing tomorrow. So probably Thursday and Friday I'll probably do that, and then Saturday I'll do a big grind stream of either Splendorous tools or leveling up Blue Mage. We'll see, one of the others. But I'm gonna call it there for tonight's stream, so not too long. So, but thanks for tuning in, and like always, until next time, bye bye.